Hi, welcome to this walkthrough of Edexcel AS Pure Mathematics, that is paper 1 of May 2019. This paper is for a total marks of 100 and time allotted is 2 hours. So let's get on with the questions. The line L1 has equation 2x plus 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. Line L2 has equation y equals mx plus 7, where m is a constant. Given that L1 and L2 are perpendicular, find the value of m. Therefore, line L1 is 2x plus 4y minus 3 equals 0. Let's make y the subject. Therefore, 4y equals minus 2x plus 3. Dividing everything by 4, we get y equals minus half of x plus 3 over 4. Therefore, gradient of line L1 equals minus half. Okay. Now let's look at equation of line L2. Line L2 is y is equal to mx plus 7. Right. Therefore, if L2 is perpendicular to L1, m equal to its negative reciprocal, which is 2. Part B. The lines L1 and L2 meet at the point P. Find the x-coordinate of P. Alright, so this is part A. We're going to do part B now. So we can write at the intersection point, both the y values should be equal. Therefore, we can write minus half of x plus 3/4 equals 2x plus 7. Therefore, minus half x minus 2x equals 7 take away 3/4, which means minus 2.5 x equals 28 minus 3 over 4. Hence, minus 5 over 2x equals 25 over 4, leading to x equals 25 over 4 times minus 2 over 5, which results in minus 10 over 4 equals minus 2.5. Therefore, x coordinate of P equals minus 2.5. Question 2. Find using algebra all real solutions to the equation 16a square equals 2 square root of a. So let us rewrite this equation as 16a square is equal to 2a to the power of half, which leads to 8a square equals a to the power of half, that is a square over a to the power of half is equal to 1 over 8, which can be simplified as a to the power of 3 over 2 equals 1 over 8. Since this is a square root, let's square both sides. Squaring, we get a cubed is equal to 1 over 64. And taking cube root now, a equals 1 over 4. Part 2. b to the power of 4 plus 7b square minus 18 equals 0. So let's write this equation as a quadratic. Currently it is a quartic. So b to the power of 4 plus 7b square minus 18 equal to 0. Suppose I put b square is equal to, this can be converted into a quadratic equation. That is t square plus 7t minus 18 equal to 0. Factorizing this, we get t plus 9 times t minus 2 equal to 0, which means t is equal to either minus 9 or plus 2. But then, if t is minus 9, it would mean b square is equal to minus 9, which is not possible. So just circle this and write rejected. Which means b square is equal to 2. leading to b is equal to plus or minus square root of 2. Question 3. Given that k is a constant, find integral of 4 over x cubed plus kx dx, simplifying your answer. So let's write this expression as integral of 4x to the power of minus 3 plus kx dx. Integrating this, we get 4x to the power of minus 2 over minus 2 plus kx square over 2 plus c. And then simplifying this, we get minus 2. We can bring the x square to the denominator plus kx square over 2 plus c. Part B. Hence find the value of k such that integral between 0.5 and 2 of the expression is equal to 8. We have already done the integration part. What we now have to do is just evaluate and solve. So for evaluation, let us start with a square bracket minus 2 over x square plus kx square over 2. We can leave out the c between 0.5 and 2, and that's given to be equal to 8 as per the question. Evaluating, we get minus 2 over 4 plus 4k over 2, close the bracket, minus 2 over 0.5 square, 0.25 plus 0.25k over 2, all equal to 8. Simplifying this, minus 1/2 plus 2k minus will become plus now 2 over 0.25 minus 0.25k over 2 equals 8. Let's make k the subject by bringing all the k terms together. So it is 2k minus 0.25k over 2 equals 8 plus 1/2 minus 2 over 0.25. Okay, making the denominator the same, 4k minus 0.25k all over 2 equals 8 plus half minus 2 over 0.25 is dividing 2 by 1/4, which will be equal to 8. So this will give us 4k minus 0.25k is 3.75k over 2 equals 1/2. Therefore 3.75k equals 1, leading to k equals 1 over 3.75, which is equal to 4 over 15. Question 4. A tree was planted in the ground. Its height, h meters, was measured t years after planting. Exactly 3 years after planting, the height of the tree was 2.35 meters. Exactly 6 years after the planting, the height of the tree was 3.28 meters. Using a linear model, find an equation linking h with t. A linear model is the key for us, so we will write h is equal to mt plus c. Now, using the information in the question, we will write two simultaneous equations. So height, that is 2.35 meters, is equal to m bracket 3 years after planting plus c. Let's call this as equation 1. Then height was 3.28 meters 6 years after planting, so m times 6 plus c. Let's call this as equation 2. So we have to eliminate m to get the c, or we have to eliminate c to get the m. So let's do one thing. Let's write equation 2 minus equation 1. That will give us 8 minus 5, 3, 12 minus 3, 9, 0 point equals 3m, leading to m equal to 0.31. Okay, Now let's plug that back into one of the two equations to get the value of c. Therefore 2.35 equals 3 bracket 0.31 plus c, which is 2.35 equals 0.93 plus c, leading to c is equal to 1.42. So we can now write the overall equation as h is equal to 0.31 t plus 1.42, which is the linear model. Part B. The height of the tree was approximately 140 centimeters when it was planted. Explain whether or not this fact supports the use of the linear model in Part A. Let's use the model to find the height of the tree at the initial time, that is when t is equal to 0. So let's write, using the model, h equals 0.310 plus 1.42. Therefore, h initial is equal to 1.42 meters using the model. Now the actual height was h initial is equal to 1.40 meters, just 140 centimeters actual. So comparing this, we can now come to a conclusion that as 1.42 meters is approximately equal to 1.40 meters. Well, this supports the model. Question 5. A curve has equation y equals 3x square plus 24 over x plus 2 where x is greater than 0. Find in simplest form dy by dx. Let's rewrite the equation in the form of indices y equals 3x square plus 24 x to the power of minus 1 plus 2. Differentiating, we get dy by dx equals 6x minus 24 x to the power of minus 2 plus 0, which can be simplified as 6 bracket x minus 4 over x square. Part B. Hence find the exact range of values for x for which the curve is increasing. When the curve is increasing, it means dy by dx should be greater than 0, positive. That means 6 bracket x minus 4 over x square should be greater than 0, which means x minus 4 over x square should be greater than 0. This follows that x cubed minus 4 over x square is greater than 0. Since x is positive, we can actually multiply both sides by x square. So we have got x cubed minus 4 is greater than 0, leading to x cubed is greater than 4. Therefore, you take the cube root on both sides. So x is greater than 4 to the power of a third, or you could write x is greater than cube root of 4. Question 6. Figure shows a sketch of a triangle ABC with AB equals 3x centimeters, AC equals 2x centimeters, and angle CAB is equal to 60 degrees. Given that the area of the triangle ABC is 18 root 3 centimeters square, show that x is equal to 2 root 3. So the sine rule for area of a triangle is half AB sine of angle C in between A and B sides. So this can be rewritten here using the area given as 18 square root of 3 equals half times 2x times 3x times sine of angle 60. That is 18 root 3 equals this 2 and this 2 cancel. So 3x square times sine 60 is root 3 over 2. Cancelling root 3 from both sides, we have 18 equals 3x square over 2, leading to 36 is equal to 3x square. Therefore, x square is 12. Therefore, x is equal to square root of 12. Hence, we can write x is equal to 2 root 3 in the simplified manner. Part B. Hence, find the exact length of BC, giving your answer as a simplified surd. So, BC is this side here. Redrawing the sketch of the triangle. So, this is B. Sorry, this is C. B, A, angle 60 degrees. So, this is 2x and this is 3x. So, 2x can be written as 2 times 2 root 3 and this is 3 times 2 root 3, and we need to find out this BC now. So, using cosine rule, BC square equals 4 root 3 square plus 6 root 3 square minus 2 bracket 4 root 3 bracket 6 root 3 times cos of angle 60. Simplifying this, BC square equals 4 root 3 square is 16 times 3, 36 times 3 minus 2 times 4 times 6 is 24, root 3 times root 3 is 3, cos 60 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse, that is 1 over 2. That is BC square is equal to 48 plus 108 minus 48 times 3 over 2. Putting that into calculator, we get 84. Therefore, BC is equal to square root of 84 leading to 2 square root of 21, the exact value, cm. Question 7. The curve C has equation y equals k square over x plus 1, where x cannot be equal to 0 but can be any other number, where k is a constant. Sketch C stating the equation of the horizontal asymptote. Looking at the equation, you can see it is a transformation of a reciprocal curve. So y equals k square over x plus 1. Imagine we have got y is equal to 1 over x. So let's draw the shape of that curve. So it's like this. When it is becoming k square over x, it means this curve moves a little bit away from the origin. Let's remove the original curve now. Right. Now, this k square over x is further transformed by adding plus 1 to it, which means it will move up by 1 unit. Therefore, now let's remove both these curves and draw the asymptote here. That means this has now become y is equal to 1 has become the new asymptote. Earlier, y is equal to 0 was the original asymptote. Cool. So this is y-axis, x-axis. Let's remove all these things. Mark off this as the origin. We need to also mark this crossing of the curve with the x-axis. Putting y is equal to 0 here, we get k square over x plus 1 equals 0. Therefore, 1 equals minus k square over x. Hence, x equals minus k square. So we can mark this as minus k square comma 0. Part B. The line has equation y equals minus 2x plus 5. Show that the x coordinate of any point of intersection of L with C is given by a solution of the equation 2x squared minus 4x plus k squared equals 0. So let's write at intersection point both the lines and the curve are equal. Therefore, minus 2x plus 5 equals k square over x add 1. Since x is not equal to 0, let's multiply every term by x. That gives us minus 2x square plus 5x equals k square plus x. Rearranging, we can write k square plus x minus 5x is minus 4x plus 2x square equals 0, which is what the question wants you to show. Part C. Hence find the exact values of k for which L is a tangent to C. The equation of the line is y equals minus 2x plus 5. Therefore, if it is a tangent to this curve, it must be a line like this cutting through, and this point of intersection with the y-axis will be 0, 5, and there will be only one point of intersection with the curve. So we already have an equation which is derived from the previous question, and using this we will put the determinant equal to 0 and solve for k. So rewriting this equation as 2x square minus 4x plus k square equal to 0, we will say that b square minus 4ac equals 0. Therefore, minus 4 square minus 4 bracket 2 bracket k square equals 0, leading to 16 minus 8k square equal to 0. Therefore, 8k square equals 16. K square equals 16 over 8, 2. That means k is equal to plus or minus square root of 2. That's it. Question 8. Find the first three terms in ascending powers of x of the binomial expansion of 2 plus 3x over 4 to the power of 6, giving each term in its simplest form. The binomial expansion formula will be given to you in the formula sheet. So using that, we can say 2 plus 3x over 4 to the power of 6 equals 2 to the power of 6 plus 6c1, 2 to the power of 5, 3x over 4 to the power of 1 plus 6c2, 2 to the power of 4, 3x over 4 to the power of 2 plus dot dot dot. Simplifying this, we get 64 plus 6 times 32 times 3x over 4 plus 15 times 16 times 9x square over 16 plus dot dot dot. Further simplifying this, we get 64 plus 144x plus 135 x square plus dot dot. We only want three terms. Part B. Explain how you could use your expansion to estimate the value of 1.925 to the power of 6. You do not need to perform the calculation. Since both these are to the power of 6, we'll put them equal to each other and solve for x. So we could write 2 plus 3x over 4 equals 1.925, which means 3x over 4 equals 1.925, take away 2, which is equal to minus 0.075, which means x equals minus 0.075 times 4 over 3, which gives us minus 0.1. Therefore, we can write by putting x equal to minus 0.1 in the expansion, we can calculate, we can actually estimate the value of 1.925 to the power of 6. Question 9. A company started mining tin in Riverdale on 1st January 2019. A model to find the total mass of tin that will be mined by the company in Riverdale is given by the equation T equals 1200 minus 3 bracket n minus 20 whole square, where T tons is the total mass of tin mined in n years after the start of mining. Using this model, calculate the mass of tin that will be mined up to 1st January 2020. So writing the equation once again, T equals 1200 minus 3 bracket n minus 20 to the power of 2, and the mining started on 1st January 2019. Therefore, 1st January 2020 will be 1 year. Hence put n is equal to 1 here. T equals 1200 minus 3 bracket 1 minus 20 to the power of 2, which is equal to 1200 minus 3 bracket minus 19 square. Putting it into calculator, we get 117 tons. Part B. Deduce the maximum total mass of tin that could be mined. Looking into the equation, you can see that the maximum will be when this part of the equation is 0. Therefore, T max will be equal to 1200 tons. Part C. Calculate the mass of tin that will be mined in the year 2023. Remember, this is a little different from the earlier questions. This is not up to 2023. This is just in 1 year of 2023. So the mass in the year 2023 will be equal to whatever is mined up to 2024 minus whatever was mined up to 2023. That means n should be 5 here and n should be 4 here. So writing out that formula, you can say T in 2023 alone will be equal to 1200 minus 3 bracket 5 minus 20 square minus 1200 minus 3 bracket 4 minus 20 square. That is 1200 minus 3 times minus 15 square minus 1200 minus 3 times minus 16 square. Let's put brackets here to separate them. This is n is to 5, n is equal to 4. Okay, putting this into the calculator, we get 525 take away 432, which is giving us 93 tons. Part D. State giving reasons the limitation on the values of n. In all model related questions, you will be having a last part where you have to make a comment on the validity of the model. As per the definition of the model, 1200 tons is the maximum or the total mass that can be mined in n years. Therefore, when n here becomes 21, this will become 21 minus 20, which is positive. Therefore, the total mass that can be mined in 21 years will be less than that was mined in 20 years, which is not correct, because After 20 years, the total mass cannot go on decreasing, but as per the model, it shows that it will be decreasing. So that's what we have to bring out in our answer. You can say when n is greater than 20, the model will give decreasing total mass. Okay, the model predicts decreasing total mass. Which is incorrect. Question 10. A circle C has equation x square plus y square minus 4x plus 8y minus 8 equals 0. Find the coordinates of the center C, the exact radius of C. Okay. So in this kind of questions, what we need to do is complete the square. So x square minus 4x plus y square plus 8y minus 8 equal to 0. Completing the square, we can get x minus 2 whole square minus 4 plus y plus 4 whole square minus its square here, that is minus 16. Then we have minus 8 equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 2 whole square plus y plus 4 whole square equals 28. So it's going to be 28 on the other side. Okay. Therefore, we can answer center is 2 comma minus 4. Radius is square root of 28, which is equal to 4 times 7 within the square root sign, which is 2 square root of 7. Part B. The straight line with equation x equals k, where k is a constant, is a tangent to C. Find the possible values for k. Let us draw a sketch of the circle. The center is 2 minus 4 and the radius is 2 square root of 7, so it must be extending to both sides. The radius 2 root 7 is greater than both 2 as well as 4, therefore the y-axis should be here and the x-axis should be here. Let's say, okay, right. This drawn just approximately, just to show. Therefore, if x is equal to k is a tangent, it should be either here or here. Okay? So let's mark out what could be the values of k. K should be equal to 2 minus 2 root 7 or 2 plus 2 root 7. Question 11. F of x equals 2x cubed minus 13x square plus 8x plus 48. Prove that x minus 4 is a factor of f of x. So let's write f of x equals 2x cubed minus 13x square plus 8x plus 48. If x minus 4 is a factor, then f of 4 should be equal to 0. Let's check it out. 2 bracket 4 cubed minus 13 bracket 4 square plus 8 bracket 4 plus 48. Putting that into calculator, we get 0. Therefore, f of 4 is equal to 0. Then we will write, therefore, x minus 4 is a factor. Of f of x. Part B. Hence, using algebra, show that the equation f of x equals 0 has only two distinct roots. We will divide f of x by x minus 4 and find out the quotient. So 2x cubed minus 13x square plus 8x plus 48 divided by x minus 4. Therefore, the first term will be 2x square. This will be minus 8x square. Taking this out, we get 0. 5x square with a minus sign plus 8x. Next will be minus 5x minus 5x square plus 20x. Taking that out, we get 0 minus 12x plus 48. It will be minus 12 here. Therefore, minus 12x plus 48. The remainder will be obviously 0 because x minus 4 is a factor. So we can write f of x equals x minus 4 times 2x square minus 5x minus 12, okay, which is equal to x minus 4. And factorizing this, we can write this as 2x square minus 8x plus 3x minus 12, that is 2x bracket x minus 4 plus 3 bracket x minus 4, giving you x minus 4 times 2x plus 3 times x minus 4, which is actually x minus 4 square times 2x plus 3. Therefore, f of x has only two distinct roots. Why did we say only two distinct roots? Because x is equal to 4 or x equals minus 3 over 2 are the only two roots. Part C. Figure 2 shows a sketch of part of the curve with the equation y equals f of x. Deduce, giving reasons for your answer, the number of real roots of the equation 2x cubed minus 13x square plus 8x plus 46 equals 0. Okay. So from this equation and the original f of x equation, we can see the difference is that this is 46 here, whereas it was 48 in the original, which actually means if you write 2x cubed minus 13x square plus 8x plus 48 minus 2, that will be equal to 0, which means if I take this minus 2 to the other side, it will be equal to 2, which actually means there is y is equal to 2 line across this curve, and the question is asking you how many roots are possible. So suppose y is equal to 2 here, so this will be that line, y is equal to 2. Obviously there are 1, 2 and 3 roots. So we can write here part C, 2x cubed minus 13x square plus 8x plus 48 equals to 2 has 3 roots. Let me write it in words. Part D. Given that k is a constant and the curve with equation y equals f of x plus k passes through the origin, find the two possible values of k. What this means is, if you translate f of x by k units to the right or to the left, it will pass through the origin. That is, if the curve is translated by k units, this intersection point will reach here, or this intersection point will reach here, the origin. So since this is minus 3 over 2, and this is 4, 0, and minus 3 over 2, 0, you can actually deduce what should be the value of k. Therefore, the translation should be f of x plus 4 here, or f of x plus minus 3 over 2 here. Hence D is k equals 4 or k equals minus 3 over 2. Question 12. Show that 10 sine square theta minus 7 cos theta plus 2 over 3 plus 2 cos theta equals 4 minus 5 cos theta. So you can see on the left hand side there is sine square theta and cos theta, but on the right hand side only cos theta. So we should endeavor to rewrite this, changing the sine square into cos. Okay, so writing that, we can say 10 bracket 1 minus cos square theta minus 7 cos theta plus 2 all over 3 plus 2 cos theta. This is the starting point for us, the left hand side. We can't write the right hand side right away. You need to reach there by manipulating this. So this is equal to 10 minus 10 cos square theta minus 7 cos theta plus 2 all over 3 plus 2 cos theta. Rewriting this, minus 10 cos square theta minus 7 cos theta plus 12 over 3 plus 2 cos theta. Okay, this can be factorized as minus 10 cos square theta minus 15 cos theta plus 8 cos theta plus 12 over 3 plus 2 cos theta. This can be written as minus 5 cos theta outside the bracket times 2 cos theta plus 3 plus 4 2 cos theta plus 3 all over 3 plus 2 cos theta. That's equal to minus 5 cos theta plus 4 times 2 cos theta plus 3 over 3 plus 2 cos theta. This equal to 4 minus 5 cos theta, which is the RHS, the right hand side. Part B. Hence or otherwise solve for x being greater than or equal to 0 but less than 360 degrees. The equation, the whole left hand side, except that theta is equal to x now, is equal to 4 plus 3 sin x. So we could write 4 plus 3 sin x equals 4 minus 5 cos x. That means 3 sin x equals minus 5 cos x. Therefore, tan x, dividing both sides by cos x, we get minus 5 over 3. That means x equals tan inverse of minus 5 over 3. Putting into the calculator, we get the principal value of x equals minus 59 degrees. Now let's draw the cast diagram, the 4 quadrants diagram, to look for where the angles are. Since tan is negative, that means it cannot lie here or here. It should be in the second or in the fourth quadrants. Okay, therefore we can write here 59 degrees and 59 degrees, which are the angles between the horizontal. And since the question says locate the angle between 0 and 360 degrees, therefore we should be going this way, scouting for the angle. We don't need any negative angle. So this is 0, 90, 180, 270, 0 slash 360. So going this way, the first angle is 180 minus 59, okay, and the second angle will be 360 minus 59. That's equal to 121 degrees or 301 degrees. Okay. So these are the two values of x possible. Question 13. Figure 3 shows a sketch of part of the curve with the equation y equals 2x cubed minus 17x squared plus 40x. The curve has a minimum turning point at x equals k. The region R, shown shaded, is bounded by the curve, the x-axis, and the line with equation x equals k. Show that the area of R is 256 over 3. Looking at the graph of the curve, you can see area R will be integration of the curve between x values of 0 and k. So we can say area R equals integral between 0 and k of 2x cubed minus 17x squared plus 40x dx. But we need to figure out what is this k. There is a clue here though, that is, it's a turning point. So we can say that at x is equal to k, dy by dx has to be equal to 0 because it's a turning point. Then we can write dy by dx equals 6x squared minus 34x plus 40, and that is equal to 0. Dividing all the terms by 2, we get 3x squared minus 17x plus 20 equal to 0. This can be written as 3x squared minus 12x minus 5x plus 20 equal to 0. Factorizing, we get 3x bracket x minus 4 minus 5 bracket x minus 4 equal to 0, leading to 3x minus 5 times x minus 4 equal to 0. Therefore, x should be either 5 over 3 or x is equal to 4. We need x is equal to 4 because it is the second turning point. Hence, the integration will be between 0 to 4 of 2x cubed minus 17x squared plus 40x dx. That is equal to, let's put the square bracket, 2x to the power of 4 over 4 minus 17x to the power of 3 over 3 plus 40x squared over 2 between 0 and 4. Simplifying this, we get x to the power of 4 over 2 minus 17x cubed over 3 plus 20x squared between 0 and 4. Evaluating this, we get 256 over 2 minus 17 over 3 times 64 plus 20 times 16 minus 0. Okay, putting that into the calculator, we get 256 over 3, which is as per the question. Question 14. The value of a car V pounds can be modeled by the equation V equals 15,700 e to the power of minus 0.25 t plus 2,300, where t can be any number but has to be greater than or equal to 0, where the age of the car is t years. Using the model, find the initial value of the car. Let's rewrite the equation first. V pounds is equal to 15,700 e to the power of minus 0.25 t plus 2,300. Let's write when t equal to 0, V will be equal to 15,700 e to the power of 0 plus 2,300, which will give 15,700 times 1, because anything to the power of 0 is 1, plus 2,300, which gives us pounds 18,000. Part B. Given the model predicts that the value of the car is decreasing at a rate of 500 pounds per year at the instant when t equals capital T, show that 3,925 e to the power of minus 0.25 t is equal to 500. This is a clue to us that we should use differential equation. So we could say dv by dt equals minus 500 because it's decreasing. We already know that v equals 15,700 e to the power of minus 0.25 t plus 2,300. At t equal to capital T, we can change this small t into capital T, and then we can write dv by dt equals 15,700 e to the power of minus 0.25 t itself, because when you differentiate an exponential, the first term that you'll be getting is the same thing. Then you have to multiply by the differential of this index here, which is minus 0.25. This term 2,300 differentiates to 0. Therefore, dv by dt equals 15,700 times minus 0.25 is minus 3,925 e to the power of minus 0.25 t. And this is equal to minus 500 as per the question. So we can write both of them equal to each other, which means 3,925 e to the power of minus 0.25 t equals 500. Next part of the question, hence find the age of the car at this instant, which means they want us to find out the value of this capital T, giving an answer in years and months to the nearest month. So this was part I. Part II, we need to figure out what is this capital T. So we can write e to the power of minus 0.25 t equals 500 upon 3,925. Taking ln on both sides, we can say ln e to the power of minus 0.25 t equals ln 500 over 3,925. Okay. Therefore, this ln and the e will cancel, so we can say minus 0.25 t equals ln 500 over 3,925. Putting this into the calculator, this is minus 2.0605. You know that ln of any number which is less than 1 will end up as a negative value. That is, ln of 0.75 or something will be negative. Okay, so now we got minus on both sides, therefore capital T equals 2.0605 upon 0.25, which is equal to 8.24 years, which can be converted into 8 years, 3 months. Part C. The model predicts that the value of the car approaches but does not fall below A pounds. State the value of A. So let's write the equation once again. V pounds is equal to 15,700 e to the power of minus 0.25 t plus 2,300. The question says that when t increases at a particular time, it will reach the minimum value for this. The model predicts that the value of the car approaches but does not fall below a particular pound. What is that number of pounds? So you can see that when t increases, this will become, let's write t tends to infinity, then 15,700 e to the power of minus 0.25 infinity plus 2,300 is equal to 15,700 over e to the power of 0.25 times infinity plus 2,300. Okay, now this term is going to become a very, very insignificant number as t approaches infinity. Okay, therefore the minimum value that it can reach is 2,300. Okay, so V will be equal to 2,300. Let's say V minimum. It can't go below 2,300. Part D. State a limitation of this model. As usual, we need to make a critique of the model. We can see from part C answer that the minimum value of the car will be 2,300 pounds, which seems to be on the higher side. So we could say the scrap value of the car as per the model is 2,300 pounds, which seems to be on the higher side. That's it. Question 15. Given n belongs to set of natural numbers, prove that n cubed plus 2 is not divisible by 8. We can prove this statement by taking both cases when n is either odd or an even number. So let's put a vertical line here. When n is odd. Here when n is even. We know that the cube of an odd number is also odd. Therefore, n cubed is odd. Hence, n cubed plus 2 is also odd. Hence, n cubed plus 2 is not divisible by 8. When n is even, we can write n is equal to 2 times some other number. Therefore, n cubed will be 2m to the power of 3, which is equal to 8m cubed, which is divisible by 8. Therefore, n cubed plus 2 is not divisible by 8. Hence we can write, therefore, if n belongs to the set of natural numbers, n cubed plus 2 is not divisible by 8. Question 16. Two non-zero vectors a and b are such that modulus of a plus b equals modulus of a plus modulus of b. Explain geometrically the significance of this statement. Let's represent the two vectors a and b in this way. A here, b here. So this is vector a, this is vector b. Obviously, vector a plus b must be this vector using the triangle law of vectors. So let's write this as a plus b. Now consider modulus of vector a. That would mean the absolute length of vector a. Similarly, modulus of b would mean the absolute length of vector b. Hence, modulus of a plus modulus of b will be the combined length of a and b. If that should be equal to the modulus of a plus b, which is the absolute length of the vector a plus b, then there is only one way. This should collapse down and become part of this a plus b. That is, vector a must be from here to here and vector b must be from here to here, which means they must lie on the same line. So we can write, this means that vector a and b lie parallel to each other pointing in the same direction. Part 2. Two different vectors m and n are such that modulus of m equals 3 and modulus of m minus n equals 6. The angle between vector m and vector n is 30 degrees. Find the angle between vector m and vector m minus n, giving your answer in degrees to one decimal place. When we talk about vector m minus n, it actually means that the two vectors are pointing away from each other like this, one here and one in this direction. Let us write out the two vectors and label whatever information is given to us. So let's say this is vector m and this is vector n, and the angle between them is 30 degrees, and m minus n is this vector. Because when we go from here to here, it is minus n plus m, which is equivalent to m minus n. The question also told us that modulus of m minus n is equal to 6 and modulus of m equal to 3, and we need to find out the angle between m and m minus n. Let's call this angle as theta. Let's call this angle as alpha now. Since we do not know the magnitude of n, we have to rely upon this and the angle 30 degrees to calculate the angle alpha, and from there we can figure out theta. So let's write using the sine rule. Sine alpha over its opposite side 3 equals sine 30 over its opposite side 6, which means sine alpha equals sine 30 over 6 times 3, which is equal to sine 30 is half and 3 goes into 6 2 times, so that is 1 over 4. Therefore alpha equals sine inverse of 1 over 4, which from the calculator we get 14.48 degrees. So we can write alpha is 14.48, hence theta must be, therefore theta is equal to 180 take away 30 take away 14.48 degrees, which is equal to 131.52 degrees. The question wants us to write the angle to one decimal place, so 131.5 degrees. That's it. Well, that's the end of the question paper. Hope this was useful and that you thoroughly enjoyed it. Wish you all the best and thank you. Meet you soon in the next walkthrough. Bye.